if we were to see a primary ticket, Governor Youngkin and President Trump, you would support President Trump. Tell me that.
Absolutely. So I support Governor Youngkin as the governor of Virginia, and I've actually encouraged him to run for president someday, but not during a Trump presidency. So I would love to see Governor Youngkin continue to be the governor of Virginia for the full 4 years. He worked hard. He spent a lot of money to win that seat. We want him to be our governor. We have 4 years of reprieve in Virginia before we run another governor. So fulfill your obligation to the constituents of Virginia and fulfill your obligation to be the governor. And wait till after that and then run for president. And I would support that. However, if President Trump runs for office, he's already proven himself. He's already been tested, tried. He has stayed true to the people instead of the political class. And he also has a backbone and is not going to apologize and send letters to Nancy Pelosi. I think that's really irritated a lot of people who want their leader in chief to be strong and to not apologize for America.
Yeah. This morning on Truth Social, President Trump mocked Governor Youngkin. He said his name sounds Chinese and said that he couldn't have won in Virginia, the governor's race, without him. Do you think that that's appropriate?
I think it is a true statement. I think that I love Governor Youngkin. I think he's done a great job for Virginia to this point. I'd like to see him stronger on medical freedom. I'd like to see him stronger on election integrity, but I applaud him for moving the ball forward. You know, we were going backwards with the prior administration, so I applaud him on that effort. I do understand the connections that Governor Youngkin has had with the Carlyle Group and others and the World Economic Forum, and I think people remember that from the election. But you know, he's done a great job. So let's take a look at how he does over the next 4 years as Virginia's governor, and I think if he continues on the current path, he'll be successful.
So you don't think it's inappropriate to say his name sounds Chinese?
Well, I think it was a joke, and people have to understand President Trump's sense of humor and not take everything so seriously. So I think it was in good fun and joking. It wasn't meant to be derogatory.
Back to what we were speaking about outside. Clearly there are a number of Republicans who are now taking a second look at President Trump, seeing some of the candidates that he backed that did lose by pretty sizable and in some cases surprising margins. And they're thinking, you know, if Trump had got off the stage, perhaps this red wave would have come to fruition. Do you blame President Trump at all for some of these midterm losses or just underwhelming gains?
Absolutely not. I've been talking about it for over 2 years. We need to make sure that Virginia's elections are safe, secure, and transparent, and that every legal vote counts. In Virginia, the guardrails on our elections were taken off by the trifecta back in 2020. We've yet to put those back on and can't do that until we retake the Virginia Senate. So the guardrails are off. They've eliminated by law photo ID, mail-in ballots where there's no chain of custody. I mean, mail-in ballots are prime example of opportunities for fraud. Everybody knows that. So we need to require photo ID. We need to eliminate these voter boxes that have no chain of custody, eliminate same-day registration. We need to secure our elections. And until we do that, Virginians that I'm talking to are not going to be able to trust our results. And so we need to be a leader on that. It's not President Trump's fault. It's our lack of taking the 2020 presidential election catastrophe for what it is. And it was an assault on our constitutional republic. And we need to do more as Republicans to investigate, have a full forensic audit. I'm the only elected official in Virginia that has introduced a call for a bill for a full forensic audit in Virginia, so that we can inspect the ballots and we can see what really happened. So until that happens, this isn't President Trump's fault. This is not why we didn't win as big as we did. It has to do with election integrity as part of it, and making sure that these mail-in ballots aren't contributing to more issues of irregularities and fraud in Virginia.
So are you suggesting that Republicans didn't win as big as they expected because of fraud?
What I'm saying is this: until we have a full forensic audit in Virginia, we'll never know what happened in 2020.
Okay. But you would not say it's President Trump's fault at all that the red wave didn't happen?
People need to take responsibility for their own races instead of blaming other people. I'm really tired of seeing President Trump being used as a scapegoat for why people are losing. President Trump hasn't been in office officially in 2 years. So to blame Trump for losses whenever actually I think it was 218 wins of candidates he backed and only I think it was 8 losses, President Trump backed candidates did well, and we've yet to see the final results from that.
Okay, anything else that you'd like to add you think is important?
Yeah, you want to go to my website and donate?
Go to my website. Come on, that's not what we're here for.
Donate chaseforsenate.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It got a little staticky at the end, but I think I can hear you.